Today I want to apologize to the Gen Zs and Millennials and all the other generations going to be forced to feel the repercussions of the past and current powers of this country. We'll be talking about what has happened in the past 40 years from Thatcher to Sunak and how it will greatly impact on how the next generation lives. Sit back, make yourself a coffee, there's gonna be a long one. Let's get it. Since 1977, the median household income has been stagnant, only doubling to $32,000 as of January 2022, whereas inflation has quintupled since then. With an ever-increasing disparity of wealth inequality and shrinking middle class, no wonder why we are seeing so many of these in the country and outside of it.
Well, our members have rejected what's been put to them, as has been said.
Gen Zs and Millennials are currently poorer than any other generation in UK history, with the average 25-year-old having less than £3,000 in savings. With doubling of prices of household commodities and the increasing gap of house pricing and wages, it is no wonder why the average youngster is either living with their parents or is having to need generational wealth to live the average life of a UK citizen just 25 years ago. That sounds great and all, but if your assets don't meet your liabilities, you are living above your means and cruising down the average UK wealth hole. Let's give an example. Currently, the UK has one of the fastest growing average household debt at £63,000 and increasing as we speak. With the introduction of the credit card in the early 2000s and easier access to leverage than any other century, it has been easy to borrow money. However, a lot of people have never been taught financial education in any other form of education. They don't understand the repercussions of paying with future wealth. A lot of young adults are relying on overdrafts, paying extortionate interest rates and never being able to afford to pay the principal off. Financial institutions are preying on the financially vulnerable with buy now, pay later schemes and causing them to live a life of unbreathable debt. The biggest battle that continues today is the fight between the rich and the poor. It has been written by the greats such as Rousseau, Adam Smith and Marx. This fight has been fairly equal, however the start of Thatcher drastically altered the balance between it. Don't get me wrong, her work stabilizing the country, fighting for the Falklands were great, however the privatization of the water industry, gas, electricity and Royal Mail opened the gates for companies to control the monopoly of the UK household, with the average person paying 59% more for privatized water than public. The introduction of the right to buy scheme by Thatcher allowed council house tenants to buy the homes they lived in and forced local authorities to sell their properties on request at a discount. The introduction of the right to buy scheme introduced by Thatcher allowed council house tenants to buy their homes at a discount. This was initially praised by the Conservative Party to allow more people to own their home. However, the policy compounded a housing shortage for people of low income and initiated a national housing price bubble. We are still facing the same problem today where housing is too expensive for the average income owner.
Well, first up after the news, I'm going to be talking to Jeremy Hunt, the Culture Secretary, about...
And the Health Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, is also expected to apologise.
Circumstances changed. Mr. Hunt had to rapidly...
The Health Secretary, Jeremy Hunt.
The Health Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, says he's...
The Health Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, has described it...
The Health Secretary, Jeremy Hunt, according to the...
Health Secretary, Jeremy...
Since being crowned the Chancellor of the Exchequer, Jeremy, in late 2022, had a very minimal onset of regulation for the UK future, with the current outlook for growth of minus 0.4% from the IMF and a continued predicted decrease of public sector funding. It continued to look bleak for the local public. His recent spring budget proposed financial aid for postnatal mothers to get back to work as quick as possible. He incentivizes continued working after retirement age to allow more contribution of state pension funds, however does not tackle the elephant in the room, where homelessness, poverty, small theft and gambling are becoming more and more rampant, the increase of pawn shops and food banks, and no positive outlook at fixing the problem. These problems will continue unless things change. It is us, the new generation, that can do it by getting educated and trying to fight the problem. I don't know what the future holds, but it isn't good. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. It's a bit different from normal physical type of videos I've been uploading. I'll be doing more financial videos in the next coming weeks. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.